Yeah, so healthcare is one of the application areas we are looking at, and when I say healthcare, I mean health and social care, because essentially we are trying to tackle the big shift in demographic change where we have an aging population, and we are trying to deliver the best quality services for citizens, and we cannot cope the way we are organizing care today. So we have to find means of doing things more efficiently to use both the human resources more efficiently, but also make sure that the money we spend really goes to the right things. And when we have all the people today being parked in hospitals as care homes, is a very expensive way. So one of the ideas of digital transform healthcare is to try to deliver care in the home for as long as possible. So we only use the hospitals for intensive care, and here IoT is essential to, on the one side, help to collect data that is important for prevention and for understanding the current situation of people, their blood pressure or their exercise and other things, rehabilitation, and then on the other side communicate that to the patients themselves, to their families, or to the doctors and nurses, so they can use this more efficiently. So for example, instead of nursing having to go home and do physiotherapy, you can deliver physiotherapy at a distance in a much more effective way. So this is why we see digital and IoT being really essential for helping to cope with that challenge, but also creating very big business opportunities for industry in delivering new products and services. And the work we are doing in IoT and the large-scale pilots in the Activate project and our new projects on the way demonstrates a number of use cases where we can show on the one side how we get value out of this, but also how being able to draw from data from different sources and use them in a combined way is essential for future innovation as well. Digital transformation, health and care, which is exactly about not just developing a technology but also changing the policies. So we have to make sure instead of spending all our money on hospitals, we also have to spend money to improve the home situation of people. So in fact we will get them to stay for longer what they want, but at the other side we can reduce the cost or increase efficiency in the hospitals for those that need intensive care. We're also looking in a wider sense, of course, on how innovation can shape healthcare, the way you can use massive data set to detect conditions much earlier, and therefore you can prevent unnecessary conditions like risk of heart failure or risk of falls, and therefore we can go from reactive care to proactive care and prevent things that can be prevented, and therefore we can create even more efficiency in the systems while also giving a better quality of life for people themselves. Yeah, so of course in healthcare, particular privacy is a very important issue, and security as well, because obviously losing data in hospitals is a very bad thing for ensuring patient safety. So in the projects we are funding, and particularly the Activate, we have been looking explicitly onto how to provide innovative solutions for protecting privacy or information, making sure that people giving consent to give access to their data is done in a real protected and safe way, and also understandable by the people themselves, so they know exactly what they're sharing and why. And really demonstrating, in fact, that not only is GDPR something we have to do, but we also demonstrate very innovative approaches on how to do it, and this for Europe is a very future competitive factor compared to other regions of the world where privacy is not necessarily the priority. So where we see IoT going in the future is very much at the center of a lot of things that are happening. We have a big focus on artificial intelligence, but artificial intelligence, of course, relying having quality data, having access to execution, and also being able to deploy AI, both when you receive data and filter, and when you process data locally, and later on when you do big data applications. So that's one of the things we see IoT merging together with things like AI. The other things we see is the importance of getting much more closer connection between the connectivity, which will say 5G and later on 6G, the way we do the cloud processing, where we need to have processing delivered where it's needed, because a lot of future applications will have increasingly real-time requirements like self-driving cars. You cannot afford to send data to New York and back again, so we need to integrate much closer IoT together with the processing and the connectivity, which is why in the Horizon Europe we are proposing a new partnership to try to bring those elements together. The other side for IoT is, of course, very important how we better integrate security and privacy by design into the way we design our systems. Plus IoT also will move increasingly also into what we call tactile internet, where you, for example, can have interaction with robots in a factory, or you drive with a car where you need quick interaction from a human to the machine, where IoT will be in the middle to do that. So there are a lot of new requirements. In fact, we are publishing a call in a few days for the next work program, where we are looking for new innovative solutions for how IoT should look in the future.